Hello, welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and if this sign is your sun, moon, or rising, this is your reading. And I really want to thank you all for your likes, shares, and subscribes. You all matter so much to me. Thank you. And if this particular reading resonates with you, I would love for you to consider subscribing to the channel. So Capricorn, let's go ahead and talk about the final week of October. We're talking about the 26th of October through November 1st. I have the 3 cards in front of me from the overview video, and I have a guiding card for you, all right? So we have the 8 of Swords. This is about you stepping up to the plate and getting the things done the way you want them done and the way you need them done by simply letting people believe it's a little bit of their idea. And it's been working really well this month. I gotta tell you, even last week you had a pretty good turnout. Lots of options and possibilities, and you were able to make good decisions that were all about you and your own self-care. Well played. Good job. I love that. So excellent. I'm going to set this card aside, and let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the messages from my better angels. We are talking about how we need to take the higher ground when dealing with neighbors and friends and co-workers. They're going to be doing things that make us a little, and we'll have to make up a little tiny story in our minds that isn't anybody else's business that will help us deal with their weirdness. Okay, so if it's a coworker who's like stealing your food, you'll just want to make up a story that gives you a place, puts you in a place of compassion for them. You're like, oh man, okay, that person's got a parent at home who's ailing and they're having to do a lot of care, and they really just don't have time for basic stuff like making their own food. They get hangry and they can't see straight, but they have big meetings, and so they just grab whatever's in the fridge and go for it. And that'll help. Your brain will go like, okay, don't want that person to be hangry because I know that person and they're tough when they're hangry. So your goal now is going to be like, I can put a little something in the fridge for them once a week and even put their name on it, like a 6-pack of yogurts. Put their name on it, put it in the fridge, and then maybe they'll stay away from my stuff, right? And then, or you might just have to keep your stuff at your desk, but you might still want to put the yogurts in the fridge just because, you know, hangry's bad. But you're feeling bad for them, and whatever that is, you can remedy it, right? And get yourself into a place of compassion, which is super cool. The other thing to know is that my better angels want us to be super tidy and tight with our projects over the next month, all right? So that means that if you're doing weekend warrior projects, you're going to do Saturday to Sunday and clean up all your tools and maybe put a piece of plywood over the hole if you made a hole in the ground, but you haven't finished. But put all your tools away so that the rest of the week you can walk through there and walk around it, not fall in the hole and not have any trouble. And not have your tools everywhere, because that's going to be less than aesthetically pleasing, but at the same time messy and difficult. People will be tripping and hurting themselves or something. So don't do that. And if you're doing your work during the week, then by all means, going to do the work in the house or around the house quick and dirty and get it, well, do it properly and get it all done. So that the weekend you clean up all your tools and buckets and stuff so that when people come over to hang out, they're not in any chance going to be kicking a bucket of paint over in your house because you left it out. That would be terrible. Cleaning up paint's a pain in the neck. So please don't do that, okay? It'll be simple and easy if you do it that way, where you put everything away, safe and sound, put it all back in the garage, and then you can bring it out for the next week when it's time to get busy again, all right? You can leave the plastic and tape up. It's okay. That part will be fine. Everything else needs to get out of the way. All right? Cool. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on with these cards. All right? We have the 3 cards from the overview video. And we're going to get you a mystery card for the week. All right? What do we need for Capricorn for the final week of October? That's the one. All right. I'll set these aside. Put this one over here. All right, cool. Now then, let's add a few cards from the Tarot of the Abyss so we can go a little deeper on this reading and see what's coming up. All right. So, talking about the 26th through November 1st, we have the Five of Pentacles, getting some financial advice, making sure your money is working as hard as you are. You have a lot of things going on, a lot of things, a lot of pots you're in. So pay attention to what's going on and how that's working for you, and figure it out so that you can move forward in a nice way and make sure your money is working as hard as you are. Okay? Well done. The next card down is the Six of Swords. You're going to be able to use your power to help other people right now. So in some way, you're going to be helping others either understand their finances, or maybe you're just going to go do little projects that help them, or vice versa. You'll give them some advice that helps them move forward. All right? Well done. I love that you're helping other people move forward in their own lives. It's beautiful and very much good karma. Love that. The Three of Swords, showing that you will be given new information that will be empowering for you, but you aren't going to be able to share it, okay? So maybe you're saying, hey, I'm going to help this guy do this, this, and this, and so that he can move up at work, and that'll be really good. And you're helping them become, you know, visible in a way that's good for them. And ultimately what happens is you're told, hey, this is great. This other guy is going to be moving out. We're going to maybe move you up. Dun, 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 dun. And you're like, okay, cool. But you can't talk about it right now because the other guy hasn't left yet, and or we haven't told him he's leaving yet. Eeks, right? So you're going to have to keep that under wraps for a bit until that time happens, okay? This is good news, but keep it to yourself, all right? This card here is talking about what's blocking you. You're not going to be able to share your ideas or teach anyone anything this week. Interesting. So you'll be pushing someone along in their career or in some direction, but you won't be able to teach them anything, all right? Keep that in mind, because you're blocked from teaching people anything right now, and that's okay. So take a week off of teaching people, and that is a good thing. Will you look at that? Got the double whammy again. The Five of Cups is here in the block department, showing me that you are indeed not able to remember past relationship experiences. Right now, you might be doing something a second time that you knew better than. You've seen it before, you've understood it before, and you're doing it wrong one more time. You just felt like learning it one more time. So careful who you're trusting at this time. Watch yourself if you're seeing this in advance of the week and you haven't stepped in it yet. Be careful. Maybe you can stop yourself, because stepping in it again will block you, all right? And we don't need you to be blocked at this time. We just need you to take good care and move forward, all right? So what's next on the blockage department? We have the Seven of Wands. You're not going to be able to win anyone over one at a time or even as a group. It's not happening. So don't even try and win people over with your ideas right now. You should stay in the status quo of your awesomeness from last week and just chill out, okay? You don't have to get everybody over to your way of thinking. Everything is fine, okay? Cool. Now we have your solution. Your solution is this, like I said, we had a double whammy, Three of Swords. So that information that's coming to you is going to be playing all week. And you still need to keep it to yourself. So you have quite a period of time here where you can't share about what you've learned. And it will benefit you if you don't. But if you do share it, you will be out of the running, all right? And somebody else will be in a bad situation. So the King of Pentacles here is also part of your solution. He is a person who is financially minded. He thinks more about money than most things. He will happily talk to you about how much he spent on a thing, because he thinks more about money than anything. And everything has a price tag on it. So he's always looking at stuff as if it has a price tag on it, and what its pros and cons are and all that good stuff. He's smart, he's savvy, and he's capable. He might also be a person who's involved with your big picture over here. So keep him in mind as you're, go ahead and talk with him. If your financial guy isn't involved with any of the other stuff, then cool. Then you're in a good spot. You'll find yourself, as part of your solution, needing to stand up for what you want and what you need. The Knight of Wands is here saying, please stand up for what you want and need. If you don't talk about what you want and need, nobody else will know, all right? So what you want and need may not have anything to do with what you've been told, in which case you can talk till the cows come home about what you want and need, and then this guy can help you get there, this guy can help you get there, and that's super cool. I like that. I would love for these two people to be associated, you sharing your ideas and getting where you want to go. Nice. And this is interesting, and I'm really excited to see how this plays out for you. This new information will be very empowering. Big things are coming. Opportunities. It may be due to your financial planning situation, and if it is, you're still here working on it some more and in a new way, but making sure that your wants and needs are being fulfilled at the same time as you're working out your finances, okay? Or this empowering opportunity. Maybe you're going to buy a piece of you're told, oh, there's a property coming up for sale, but it hasn't been put on the market yet. And you're like, oh, what about that? So now you and your financial guy are working it out. What do we do? How do I do this? How do I make this happen? I want that, but I have to do this, this, and this. So you're working it out, all right? Cool. All right. Let's get you a Moon Oracle card. All right, what do we have for Capricorn? All right. Whoops. Twofer. All right. I can do a twofer. Why not? It's the end of the month. So, what do we have for you in the twofer? Abundance. Well, yeah, you're making it happen. Everything is coming out the way it's supposed to. You're going to work your finances to do exactly what you want to do. You're creating your own abundance. You are always on that point. So, hello, you're still doing it, and it's awesome. Well played. Good job. Always amazing working that out. And you're going to do it with a little bit of beauty on your side. You are making things more beautiful. I love that. There's something about the aesthetics of what you're working on that are going to be important. All right. So it isn't just okay that it's functional. Whatever other projects you're working on this week can't just be functional. They have to be aesthetically beautiful. All right. So do your best to make it pretty. All right. I know that's not necessarily a wheelhouse Capricorn. Some of my Capricorns are pretty practical, and that's fair. But others are going to need everything to be pretty. And you are quite creative and lovely and wonderful, and you can make things pretty. So I'm really excited about that for you. All right. So what's your mystery card over here? Queen of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. Very nice. There's a feminine energy person of like mind who's going to be in the mix. You may have a buddy, a pal, a friend who's going to be supporting you. It could also be a life partner who is definitely there supporting you, gets who you are, sees where you're headed, and really appreciates what you're creating. So be aware of that and know that this person may be someone outside of work or the outside world that's personal, that you can actually talk to about all the stuff that you can talk about, so that you have an opportunity to get it off your chest and feel fulfilled in the process of letting it go, right? Super cool. All right. I like that. That's very nice. Good job. All right. So you need a pocket full of rocks. All right. Let's see what rocks are here to support you this week. All right, we have pyrite, we have smoky quartz, and we have carnelian. Perfect, love it. So smoky quartz is a first chakra stone. It's all about letting things go so we can move forward, all right? It's also about staying grounded. So you're going to stay grounded and practical. You're going to let go of things that don't work, and it will be easy because the smoky quartz encourages the release of things. And carnelian is a second chakra stone that's all about creativity and making things lovely and wonderful and beautiful and being more creative. And you may need to be more creative in your finances. And I think this stone here is going to help you be creative in your finances. I love that. So be open to the possibilities. It's also going to help you make things more beautiful and abundant. Yay! Pyrite here is an all chakra stone, and it's definitely works in the auric field, which is that bubble of energy around your body. And what it does is it keeps negativity from coming into your auric field. So nothing can come around you that has ill intent. Okay, so very cool. I like that stone very much. I am a pyrite kind of gal. So there you go. Perfect. Love this. Very nice. Let's go ahead and hi. Yes, indeed. You don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to. You can carry anything you like. Comment below and let me know what you got. If you want to talk about the reading at all, I'm open to the conversation. I would love to have a chat with you about that. And by all means, if you haven't checked the description box below, there's a lot of good stuff down there. You'll find a list of all the decks that I'm using so that you can go ahead and get them on Amazon or Etsy. And you'll also find a listing of all the different, my full calendar of all the fairs that I go to. So you can come out to a Renaissance fair and get an in-person reading, which would be super fun. And of course, if you can't do that, I totally understand. You can always book a private reading over the phone, and I will be there for you in as many ways as I possibly can. All right? So I appreciate the one and the all of you so very much. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I love you guys. You are awesome. We will talk to you next week about the November, completely the November. Oh my goodness, the overview is coming. So thank you again, and we will talk to you next week. All right?